What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the St. Thomas Dynasty here on NCAA 14. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and we are here to start Season 4. Opening day, brand new hope, brand new dreams, and we're going to start things off taking on FCS Southeast. Hopefully we can get off to a 1-0 start, but before I do that, I do want to introduce you guys to a couple of custom recruits that are on the squad. First and foremost, let me talk to you about my boy Alex Garcia. Alex Garcia, you guys know him as Drew Jackson, but Alex Garcia is now on the squad. It still doesn't change the fact that he is going to be redshirted, but he will see the field season 5, and we're happy to see what Alex Garcia can bring for us. 56 overall is a true freshman. He's getting redshirted, so hopefully by the time he takes the field, he's going to be a 60-something overall. Could potentially be our second or third best receiver, but somebody that is going to take the field right away is my boy Chris Hill. He's the other new custom recruit for this season. You guys knew him as Marshall Hawkins, and we're excited about what this guy can do. He's our new best defensive tackle. He was a defensive end, but the thing was, I didn't want him to sit behind William Swan. I wanted him out on the field as much as humanly possible, and so Chris Hill, he's going to take the field for us, and we're excited to get this thing going. But enough about me talking. Let's go ahead and get to the brand new start of Season 4. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new. Let's go ahead and get into some game action. Alright, so we begin our season taking a look at John Wilson. He's going to be a new starting quarterback for Jesse Walden, who graduated last season. And first thing he does is John Wilson throws a cannon of a throw. He's got himself an arm. We got to work on his accuracy a little bit, which could be a problem for us over the course of the season. Has similar accuracy to Desi Lindsay, but man, can John Wilson throw the ball to us so we can have more of a vertical game. As Denny Dilkins, he gets his first carry. He's going to pick up 10. But it's going to be an interestingly new dynamic this season. New quarterback, new running back, few new offensive linemen. It's going to be a different look from our offense than what we saw from last season. But so far, so good. Able to pick up the first down here. We are now in FCS territory. And there's that inaccuracy that I was talking about. As Freddie Gibson, he was open on that route. It's incomplete. And so now 2nd and 10, trying to get it over to Mike Williams. New JUCO receiver that transferred into St. Thomas for back in the spring. As John Wilson tries to run the option, it does not work out. We had to punt it away, but thankfully for us, we do get the 3 and out. And first thing we do, we find a wide open Andrew Green up the middle, and Andrew Green is going to pick up the first down, and a lot more just left wide open. It's our biggest completion, biggest play of the day so far. And we just keep that love going as Dilkins, he's going to run up the gut here. He's going to pick up a first down himself. And now we look at a 1st and 10. We're encroaching the red zone, and there's, once again, that inaccuracy. John Collins was open. You just got to throw it a little bit more on the money. So now, 3rd and 10. John Wilson's going to try to throw it to Mike Williams. It's incomplete. And look at this. We are going to go for it here. 4th and 10. I guess the coaches don't feel like they are quite in range. And we're going to try to throw over the middle. And it's off target. We had Andrew Green. But once again, it's another 3 and out. So our defense so far is doing fantastic. So now, 3rd chance. Let's see if we can actually get some points on the board this time around. First couple of chances, we moved the ball down the field pretty well, but just can't quite finish with actual points on the board yet. But hopefully that changes here. However, we do stall out in the next couple of plays, and John Wilson just couldn't get his feet set, and we had to punt it away again. So now we take a look at our defense. Our defense, as I said, has been having a nice start so far, and they're going to go to the right here, and for the first time today, FCS is actually going to get a first down thanks to Adam Barrett, getting him about 15 on that one. And then next play, Buckley, he's going to get it out of the flat. He's able to pick up 10 more yards, as that is Malachi Jackson, I believe, making the tackles for us. But 3rd and 4, we're able to get a stop, and it's our 3rd stop in a row. And we're already at the end of the first quarter. Pretty quick action so far. No one's scored yet, but hopefully we can change that here pretty soon in our opening day. Alright everybody, welcome back to the second quarter of St. Thomas action. You are tuning into the Season 4 opening day for the St. Thomas football team as Mark McDaniel is able to make the catch, get upfield for the first down. John Wilson now, he's going to throw it up the middle to Mark McDaniel again, and he's also going to get a face mask, so that's another 15 yards for us, and that puts us in FCS territory again. Definitely need all the help we can get given how our first few drives have gone so far. But we're not complaining. We got the yards. As now 1st and 10. There's Matt Williams. For some reason I think of Mike Williams. I think of Tampa Bay receiver Mike Evans. Maybe I'm getting those two combined. But it's Matt Williams. He does make the catch still, and that's all that matters. As John Wilson, he's looking around for somebody to throw to. He can't find it. He's just going to try to scramble, and actually, for a pocket quarterback, does pick up more yards than I anticipated. I'd like to see him slide down, but he didn't fumble the ball. But now 3rd and 7, we're dropping back. Desi Lindsey's in the game because John Wilson actually did get hurt on that play and gets to the Andrew Green. It's not enough, so we do get a field goal, but we actually do get points on the board. So I can't complain, as now Travis Morris, he picks up 7 on this throw. As St. Thomas now has a 3-0 lead here in the middle of this second quarter. Definitely more of a defensive battle as the defense is looking much improved so far. And FCS is able to break one as James Jones is going to get 38 yards on that run. And sets up FCS beautifully, but we almost turned it around and got a turnover. Corey Fitzpatrick was there to get the deflection, but can't make the catch. So now it's 2nd and 10, and now it's 3rd and 10 as the defense breaks that pass up, and now we got a 3rd and long situation. Chris Hill is really looking forward to getting a sack on his QB. He doesn't get there, but Donnie Lake can't get enough either, and now they have to settle for a field goal. It's now tied up at 3 here. So now a few minutes left here in this first half. We're going to start things off with Kevin Stone picking up a 1st down himself. Hopefully we can find some sort of rhythm, get into the end zone before the end of this first half. As Wilson's looking around, he's going to try to get it to Dilkins. He just didn't have time to set his feet once again. As, you know, he did have him open. He was able to outrun the defender. So if he could have gotten over the top, it would have been a lot more. But Dilkins is there to get a nice run on that one, 9-yard gain, making it 3rd and short, and we're going to go ahead and finish it up on the ground. It's not pretty, only a few yards, but it is a 1st down nonetheless, and we're able to keep the drive alive here. As now Dilkins, he's going to go up the gut. He's going to fumble the ball. FCS is going to recover it, but we got so lucky here as they do decide to review it, and they are eventually going to decide that it's going to be overturned, but man, we got really lucky because it would have been great field position for him. So now 3rd and 3, we're going to run the option again. It's John Wilson finding a nice hole and is able to slide down. Do want to be more cognizant about our quarterback sliding down. Don't want to have what happened last year of our quarterbacks getting hurt. As Matt Williams almost made a great catch on the next play. That would have made it 1st and goal. But instead, we're looking at 3rd and 6. Hopefully we can find something to make it happen here. But John Wilson can't get there. It's a few yards short. And what we will end up doing is running out the clock here in this first half. And we're going to go ahead and make it a 6-3 game going into halftime. St. Thomas is, I think they're going to give the ball to FCS Southeast. But we do have a 6-3 lead. It's a great game for our defense so far. But our offense has to pick up the slack because, you know, got to get more points. So now we find ourselves here in the second half. FCS is going to run it up the middle initially and eventually bounces it outside, which is a good call for Omar Jones, as that is his longest carry of the day. He only has 4 carries for 9 yards. So now 2nd and 2 coming up. Quarterback's going to drop back the pass, and it's not a good throw. I actually am not sure where he was going with that pass. But now we're looking at a 3rd and 2, and there's Jones once again. He's able to get through despite the blitz. We had the right blitz package called. We guessed it was going to be run up the middle, but it doesn't matter. But then next play, it's Chris Hill, custom recruit, making his St. Thomas debut. Which now leads to this 3rd and long, 3rd and 13, and is picked off by Jared Odom. Goes out of bounds shortly after, but that is our first turnover force on the season. And Jared Odom gives us fantastic field position to work with. We try to make this a 2-score game. So now here we go, starting on the right side of the 50-yard line is John Wilson's going to drop back the pass. He's going to throw to his right to Mike McDaniel, who does make a nice catch, about 15 on that one. Gets us to about the 35. And then we're going to go ahead, run some play action. John Wilson looking around. He's going to get it to Freddie Gibson. He's actually able to get a few yards after a catch. It's a little bit more than I expected, and it's the right read too, as it gets us a few more yards on that one. Then we drop back the pass. We're going to try to throw it to Mark McDaniel, and it's picked off. Solo lost opportunity there for our team, as Andrew Singleton is able to undercut the route, and we turn the ball over back. So now we find FCS offense back on the field after that unfortunate interception, as Myers is going to drop back the throw. He's going to find his tight end in Marcus Pitts, able to carve up the defense up the middle for a gain of 14. And then next play, there's Myers again, this time throwing to his left. However, this time, same guy, by the way, he drops it. And now it's 2nd and 10 as the defense getting excited for doing nothing basically, but I mean, that's how it is. And we get him out of bounds. We're going to get this ball back, but look at this. They have the audacity to rule this. They're going to end up overturning this call as a completed pass, and I honestly don't see it. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I think that's definitely should have been 4th and 11, but instead it's going to be 1st and 10. And now FCS, thanks to a lucky break, they're going to be back out onto the field here, as now Myers is going to drop back the pass. It's going to be deflected away by Corey Fitzpatrick. It's his 2nd deflection. Corey Fitzpatrick, man, he's been putting in a lot of work in the offseason. That's already his 2nd deflection. You love seeing those more often. As Myers is able to get an off-balance throw off, I have no idea how we were able to get that pass completed. That shouldn't have been possible, but it's whatever. And then a couple plays later, they're going down the sideline, and they're going to get into the end zone. And for the first time today, FCS is going to take the lead, and it's going to be thanks to a bad review. But there's nothing else that we can do about now. All we can do is play football, and we got to get a response, man. As Wilson, he's going to throw to Denny Dilkins. He throws a dart. Perfect throw. Love to see those, as Dilkins is able to pick up 21. However, 3rd and 8, we finally get bit in the butt with that bad accuracy, as Freddie Gibson had the 1st down, but he has to stop just to catch the ball and ends up falling to the ground. So now FCS has the ball once again. We do have a great punt, but there's Jones, Omar Jones, able to pick up 5. And so we got a 3rd and short. This is a big drive for us. We don't want FCS to pull away, because the longer that they're in this game, we already kept them in longer than it should be. We should be blowing these guys out right now, but honestly, that simply has not been the case. And then there's Myers taking it to the St. Thomas defense, as he's going to be able to pick up 7 yards on the play. But that's going to end the 3rd quarter, as nothing else major happened. It's a 10-6 game, and it can go either way. We don't want us to get upset here. So, alright, we are here in this 4th quarter. Time to get some game action on, as Myers is able to break a tackle and then get it off to Jones. Chris Hill can't catch up to him. It's going to be up to Aaron Rodgers on his horse. Is able to get him finally out of bounds, but not before he reaches the 15-yard line. So now FCS is in the red zone here, and a couple plays later, Myers, He's going to be tripped up and is able to pick up 7 yards on that one. 3rd and inches coming up here. We want to see if we can get a stop here for our defense as Myers is able to... what? What is going on? How did he get that? Omar Jones, oh my goodness, Omar Jones was able to get through multiple guys. As now it is 17-6 here. As Wilson, he's going to throw to his left now, Kevin Stone. Going back, I don't know how that running back was not tackled. There were 3 Tommies around. That should have been just a field goal force, but oh well. I mean, it's still nothing that we can do here now. As Kevin Stone, he's going to pick up the 1st down, and we got to run a no huddle here. It's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter. As Matt Williams able to get a good number of yards for us. Matt Williams is having a nice game when he's presented the opportunity. As now Wilson, he's going to throw this time to Chad McKenzie. He's going to pick up a few yards on that one. 2nd and 5 coming up as we're trying to get some quick points on the board and then maybe get a stop. But we make a bad decision and it's going to cost us dearly. It's going to be picked off by Patterson. Not a good read by John Wilson, who's just not having a good debut. Just not like Jesse Walden is. I hate to say it. You know, don't want to judge players after just one game. So now FCS is on the field, and now these guys, you know that these guys are definitely going to be on a mission to try and, you know, run this clock out as much as possible. So trying to force the fumble here, as there's so many Tommies around him. Nobody can force the fumble, but we do at least make them lose 8 yards on that one. So we do have them at a 3rd and 18. See what we can do here. As Myers goes over the middle, almost completes the pass, but it's thankfully dropped. And so now St. Thomas does have the ball back, but no kidding, we need to get points on the board. We can't waste any more possessions whatsoever as we try to get it off to Kevin Stone, but this time it's underthrown. Usually when the pass is off target, it's overthrown, so that's interesting to see. As now John Wilson, he's going to carry it up the middle, try to get blocked from Denny Dilkins, but it doesn't quite necessarily happen. So now we're looking at 3rd and inches here. Wilson, he's going to look around trying to find somebody. He's going to have to throw it away here. And of course we're going to go for it here. We have no choice. We only need an inch. So far we're 0-1 on 4 4th down conversions on the day. But this time around, fortunes will change for us a little bit finally as we get a 4th down conversion thanks to John Wilson's legs. And now our offense is going to be back in that no huddle. You know, we got to get points quickly. It just is how it is as we had Dilkins wide open, but we overthrow him again. These overthrows are going to give me a heart attack before the end of the season if this keeps up. I'll tell you what. As Wilson, he's looking around. This time, he's going to keep it himself. Didn't like what he see upfield, so try to do what he can, get a few yards. And now, short 3rd and 4 coming up here. This time, he's going to get it to Matt Williams, who makes another really nice grab. This time, for a gain of 20. That's his 4th catch on the day. As the Tommies quickly come up to the line here. John Wilson, he's going to throw over the middle to Mac McDaniel, but McDaniel drops it. Would have been a 1st down if he caught it, but instead, it's going to be dropped. But 2nd and 10, it doesn't matter as we throw a rope to Patrick Miller. He makes a phenomenal catch. It's a great throw for John Wilson. And for the first time this season, your Tommies get into the end zone. And it's now a 17-12 game. But now we are going to go for a 2-point conversion to make this a 3-point game. We're going to throw to the right-hand side of Chad McKenzie, but it's dropped. So it does remain a 5-point game. And with how our defense has been playing the last couple of possessions, I do decide to go for this onside kick here. Try to get the ball back to our guys. And it's picked up by FCS East. The onside kick does not work. And now it's up for our defense to get a stop, give us some time, so that maybe we can come back. If they get a touchdown here, though, it's all over, and they're going to get a lot closer as James Jones picks up 20 yards. So now they are in field goal range, and they do begin to run out this clock here as Jones is going to barrel his way to close to the 10-yard line. As St. Thomas is now forced to take their 2nd time out. They have 1 remaining. As now clock is running. Myers, he's going to look around. He throws it out of bounds. And not only does that mean we get a stop, we get to keep our timeout. So it is coming down to this. 3rd and 10. Wilson looking to his left. Matt Williams, he drops it. Oh no. We can't have these drops right now, and it's going to come down to this play right here to keep our hopes alive. 4th and 10, John Wilson. He's going to try to throw it to Matt McDaniel, but he can't catch it. It's overthrown. And that is how this game is going to end. We lose a heartbreaker to FCS Southeast, and this time it wasn't even our defense's fault. We lose this game 20-12. What an embarrassing way to end up losing this football game. You absolutely hate to see it. Alright, so checking out the stats for our dudes, and I'm not going to lie, it's pretty tough to look at. John Wilson definitely did not show out in his debut. 2 interceptions, only a 53% completion percentage. I know there was some drops by the receivers, but he overthrew and was off target on too many balls for us. That definitely cost us. Running game, we did get 100 yards. Dilkins, when he actually got the carry, you know, he actually did work. 6 yards a carry. Can't complain about that. Receivers, man. We had 23 total catches. Mark McDaniel and Kevin Stone each led the team in catches. Matt Williams, he actually did a really good job in his debut, actually. But the person that caught the touchdown was Patrick Miller, one of our seniors on the squad. He only had 1 catch today, but he also had a touchdown. And then this defense, man, you know, it's definitely not the defense's fault whatsoever. It's nice to see Jeff Arnold back on the team. He was redshirted last year because we had Marv Santana at the time. He led us in tackles today. And then, you know, we had 1 sack that was from Chris Hill, our custom recruit, so not a bad debut for him. And then we did get 1 turnover today, and it was from our boy Jared Odom, a freshman redshirt who definitely has a bright future on our team. And, you know, he didn't do anything else, but I mean, I can't complain. That's because nobody was wanting to go to his side of the field, and when they did, Jared Odom was there to make a play. And you know, it's definitely not the defense's fault. We should have won this game flat out. It's sad that we actually didn't. So it's only going to get a lot tougher from here on out as we go on the road for the first time, and look who we gotta face. We gotta play against the number 6 ranked Miami Hurricanes. We can win games, you know, despite what happened on the field today. Our defense is good enough to get the job done, definitely, but our offense has to pick up the slack because we can't win games scoring only 12 points. It's just not gonna happen still. But that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.